Switch on the video. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Okay, everybody submitted the assignment.
Good evening, ma'am.
Anybody else to submit? Hmm. Yeah. Sana, switch on the video, please. Is it raining there?
Under
Thunder and lightning. Yeah, here also. So anytime anything can happen. So before that, let's begin. Okay. So our two types of learning principles are over. What all did we study? No, not two, three. Started with the dog. What was it?
Classical conditioning,
Classical conditioning. Then we went to the smaller one, rat. What was it?
instrumental,
Instrumental or operant conditioning. Then we came back to human beings. What was it? What was it? Humans you forget, and all the animals you remember and keep. What is this? Yesterday we learned one the classical conditioning, and the other one we learned long back, and that you remember. And yesterday we learned about human beings, and you don't remember.
imitation,
Imitation was the old name. You're still in that retro era. Come back, come
social,
back. Huh? Social
social
learning is the new name given for what?
behavior,
No.
observational.
Observational learning. Observational learning given by, what was the person's name?
Albert Bandura.
Albert Bandura. Okay. Classical conditioning given by
Ivan Paulo,
Ivan Pavlov. Yes. And the other one, operant conditioning,
Skinner,
Skinner. B.F. Skinner. Okay. Okay. Now we move on to another type of learning called cognitive learning. You can take page number 117. 117, cognitive learning. What happened, Elvina?
nothing, ma'am.
No, something happened.
No,
Just tell us no.
nothing. My mom and my aunt has been come, so that's why.
Okay, fine. So next is cognitive learning. We have two types of cognitive learning to discuss here. One is insight learning, okay, and the other one is latent learning. So I told you we have reached till humans from the dogs, and now we are going back to our ancestors, the chimpanzees. Okay. So in insight learning, we have an experiment about the chimpanzee. I mean, with the chimpanzee, chimp, and it's quite interesting that the chimp, the main chimp in the experiment, the chimp that got the worldwide recognition from people, he has a name. He is named as Sultan. It's not there in your textbook. Note it, Sultan. 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 Okay. Then what else to introduce? Yeah. Remember Kohler? Kohler. 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 Heard of him? Ashish, heard of him?
I think so.
I think so. Yeah, Meghna's favorite person, no? She knows all the people in the gang. Who is Kohler? What is his full name, Meghna?
Kohler cuff or something.
Kohler. Who was there with Kohler?
John Waithimer.
No, Vetimer. Max Vetimer. Not John. Max Vetimer. One more person. Vetimer, Kohler, and Kofka.
Of
Kafka, Kurt Kafka. They were what psychologists?
Gestalt.
Gestalt psychologists, yes. So one among them, that is Wolfgang Kohler, he was the one who studied insight learning. Okay, this is very different. I mean, the whole category of cognitive learning, it is different from the learning that we learned till now. Till now, what happened? There was a stimulus, and we used to. I mean, the people who are trained for that to respond or trained to react to that stimulus, we respond or behave in a certain manner to that particular stimulus. The stimulus response reaction or the stimulus pairing. That's what we learned till now, the behavior, the consequences, all those things. But when we come to cognitive learning, as the name suggests, what is cognitive? What does cognition mean? Anything
think.
related to our thinking process, what do we know, how do we know, all these things. Okay. So the cognitive learning is different from all the learnings that we learned till now. And it is basically see the last line of the first paragraph. In cognitive learning, there is a change in what the learner knows rather than what he or she does. Okay, the others were based on behaviors, more of behaviors. But now it is based on what the person really knows, what is inside his head. Okay, that is the basic concept of cognitive learning. And of cognitive learning, we'll start with insight learning. And in this, we have an experiment. I'll show you a video. And after that, we'll discuss insight learning. And remember, Kohler experimented with the chimpanzees basically. And problem situation was given to them. They were in a cage. Okay, of course. Otherwise, they would run out. Then they were provided with lot of boxes, lots of sticks, and the food was outside. The common scenario. The food was present outside the cage. That is the general one. We see what's there in the video.
Hello everyone. Today we'll be covering on topic insight learning, which comes under cognitive learning theory. Hello everyone.
Too many hellos.
Hello everyone. Today followers. Now, let's quickly begin. So, what is cognitive learning theory? Has been already discussed. So click on I button to get started with it. So today we'll be focusing on insight learning given by Wolfgang Kohler.
Note that
This
insight
theory
learning
was
by
given
Kohler,
accident
Wolfgang Kohler.
because he was stuck in primates lab
See, Meghna,
during
this is the
World War
person.
One on an island. So the word insight means accurate and deep understanding. So this learning is based on accuracy and deep understanding.
So, insight means accurate and deep understanding of something. There are different word meanings for the word insight. Here, it means accurate and deep understanding, a sudden and accurate and deep understanding about something. Okay. This insight learning, the whole thing is like the in cartoons you see the sudden lightning of the bulb. Remember? Yeah, we commonly see in comics and cartoons. One bulb appears and then it lights fast. The sudden appearance. That is insight learning. Okay. We'll see how the bulb of the chimpanzee lightened. Yeah, so the rest.
In insight learning, there is a sudden realization of a solution of a problem. This takes place without any trial and error. So now
It's raining here also. Please be
let's
patient.
stress on the origin of insight learning, the chimps experiment, in which a piece of fruit was noticed like once they were
Can you
provided with
see?
two
Can you see the
sticks,
video?
and in the other they were provided with 3 boxes
No, the screen is not shared.
in
Oh,
which
just a
it
minute.
was noticed like here you can see a one stick was given to the chimp.
Now, where are you guys? I can't see you also. Very good. Can you?
They were provided with 3 boxes.
Just a minute. There is some. Okay. I'll share it once more.
And then they were observed in each of chimps. An
Okay.
error. So now let's stress on the origin of insight learning, the chimps experiment, in which a piece of fruit was hung out of reach of chimps, and they were given either 3 boxes or 2 sticks. It was taking place in different scenarios. Like once they were provided with 2 sticks, and in the other they were provided with 3 boxes, and then they were observed, in which it was noticed like here you can see a one stick was given to the chimp, and then what he did after trying to get the hung fruit, when he was not able to get that fruit, what he did, he picked up the one and the other stick and started to place it one after the another and joined it, and now
Okay, here what happened is the chimp was provided with 2 or 3 boxes. That was one situation. Then he was also provided with the sticks, small sticks. Okay, and the chimp took one stick, tried to reach the banana, but he couldn't. Then at just by suddenly he came and took 2 sticks, attached one to the other, and he reached for the banana. Okay, that was a sudden learning, a sudden moment in that particular situation. Not like the dog and the rats we saw in the other 2 conditions. They had to undergo so many trials, no, in order to train the rat and the dog. But here, what happened? No training took place, but the chimpanzee he suddenly understood that, or suddenly got an idea. Okay, suddenly he got an idea that he'll just attach 2 of the sticks and then reach for the banana. And another situation would happen is the banana was hung in a very higher place, in a much higher place, and then he was provided with 3 boxes. So what he did is he put the boxes together, he got much more height, he climbed on top of it and reached for the banana. Understood? That is what happened in insight learning.
it was long enough
See the
to
video.
get the fruit. Now the next scenario, where you can clearly see here there's 3 boxes.
See the boxes?
Same scenario happened. The chimp was confused what to do. How will I able to catch the fruit? And after a while, taking a moment, what he did, he placed one after the another and the other, and then he reached the top and took that fruit. So this was what insight learning came into action. So here, how did it came in action? It was concluded that learning takes place in 2 ways. Either it is a direct observation or it is an experience gained by personal interaction with the environment. So this becomes insight learning, which involves use of cognition or thinking, like aha moments where you're like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. And lastly, chimps were happy. They did it. They are the one because of whom insight learning is now in action. Now, let's move to stages of insight learning. So there are 4 stages of insight learning, and the first is preparation. So here in this stage, you're not able
Yeah,
to solve the problem.
this much you
so
don't have to
you're-
learn. So understood what insight learning is? Understood the basic experiment? Simple, no? The chimpanzees, they were provided with the fruit. The fruit was hung, that is in the form of banana. It was hung outside. They were provided with sticks first, but with one stick alone, they could not reach. They did not do the trial and error method. They didn't throw something at first and do all those things. But what they did was, he waited for a while. And then the aha moment came. That is, yes, I got an idea. I'll just attach one stick to the other. Then I'll reach for the banana. I'll get the banana. That was one situation. In the second situation, the banana was hung at even more higher place, at an even more higher place, and then he was provided with 3 boxes. So what he did, he suddenly means after a while he suddenly stood up, came up with all these boxes, put one above the other, climbed on top of it, and reached for the banana. Understood? That is insight learning. Now let's read. Who will read? Elvina, can you read? Insight learning. Kohler demonstrated a model of learning.
Insight learning. Kohler demonstrated a model of learning which could not be readily explained by conditioning. He performed a series of experiments with chimpanzees that involved solving complex problems.
Yeah.
Kohler placed chimpanzees in an enclosed play area where food was kept out of their reach. Tools such as poles and boxes were placed in the enclosure. The chimpanzees rapidly learned how to use a box to stand on a pole to move the food in their direction.
Hmm.
In this experiment, learning did not occur as a result of trial and error and reinforcement, but came about in sudden flashes of insight. The chimpanzees would roam about the enclosure for some time and then suddenly would stand on a box, grab a pole, and strike a banana, which was out of normal reach above the enclosure. The chimpanzee exhibited what Kohler called insight learning, the process by which the solution to a problem suddenly becomes clear.
Mark that, the process through which the solution to a problem suddenly becomes clear. That is, just in a flash of second, he gets the idea that I should do this. Have you had those experiences? You'll be thinking hard and hard for something, and then you'll reach, yes, I can do this. Any situations like that before? Aishwarya is shaking her head. What was it?
Maybe some simple max problems, but I make it complicated and
Yeah.
finally I have to throw
We
it away.
are all complicated human beings. No? We don't have the mind to think in simple terms, and then we'll search for all these complex things. Finally, it would be just a simple matter. Yes, that is known as the aha experience or the insight learning. Yes. Okay. Read next, Arvina.
In a normal experiment on insight learning, a problem is presented, followed by a period of time when no apparent progress is made, and finally a solution suddenly emerges.
Yeah, that was the same case in the chimpanzee's case also, because a problem was presented. What was the problem? The chimpanzee has to reach for the banana or get the food in the form of the fruit or banana. So what he should do? What he should do? He should somehow reach for it. Okay, but after a period of time, suddenly he got the idea that he'll just insert one stick or one pole with the other and then reach for the banana. Or in the second situation, he'll just put all the boxes together, climb on top of it, and get the banana. Understood? Okay, continue.
In insight learning, sudden solution is the rule. Once the solution has appeared, it can be repeated immediately the next time the problem is confronted. Thus, it is clear that what is learned is not a specific set of condition associations between stimuli and responses, but a cognitive relationship between a means and an end. As a result, insight learning can be generalized to other similar problem situations.
Okay, that's it. So in one situation he used the stick, in other situation also he got the insight learning. He did the insight learning. He did all the mathematics in his head. I mean, I'm talking about the chimpanzee. Okay, he did all the kind of mathematics in the head, and suddenly he got the idea that he'll climb on top of the box. Understood? So that is about insight learning. Easy, no? Not much complicated as classical conditioning. All there we had US, UR, CS, CR, blah 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 blah. Okay, now shall we move on to the next part? Latent learning, and then we leave. Latent learning that was put forward by another person, Tolman. Not tall man, it's Tolman. Tolman. Isn't that the spelling? Tolman. Latent. Do you know what is the meaning of latent? Latent. Have you heard about it earlier? Latent. The word latent. Anyone? No. Latent means hidden. Note that. Latent means hidden. So, this is the type of learning that is hidden in ourselves, but it will emerge or it will be exhibited or exposed only when the right situation arises, or only if we want to get some reward or some reinforcement from others. Okay, the learning will be hidden in us, which means we'll be order we we have already learned something that's inside us, that's inside our heads and inside our mind, but we won't exhibit it until and unless there is a reinforcement upcoming. Okay, for example, you might see your teacher doing all the maths problem. Hmm? You might see how the thing is derived, you might see how the thing is solved, and then you'll just observe her. You'll just see her doing, you'll just understand all the concept, you'll take that into your head. Understood? But will you go home and do the same and try? Not so likely, right? But if you have an exam and you want marks, then will you do that? Yes? Will you do that? Will you answer that same derivation in the exam? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So that's because you have already learned it. You have it in your head and your mind. Okay. But you haven't exhibited it yet because you don't you have not encountered a need for it. But for the exam, your marks is your reinforcement. It is a reward. You need it. Okay. It gives you, it helps to improve your studies, improve your academics. So you need the marks. You need the reinforcement or the reward in the form of marks. So of course you will write the derivation step by step with all the LHS, RHS proved and all those things. Isn't it? So that is latent learning. And we had an experiment with rats. Again, rats. We'll see the experiment and come back. Latent learning, yes.
Hello everyone. Today we'll be covering on topic latent learning, which comes under cognitive learning theory. So don't forget to hit like, share and subscribe. Now let's quickly begin. So, what is cognitive learning theory? Was classical conditioning and instrumental conditioning not enough? So let's get to know. Initially, during early days, when
Oh, this is
behaviorism was
not
prevalent
necessary.
or when focus of work was on behavior to the behaviorist, in studying the influence, this took place during 19 and this in development of cognitive learning theory, which are those following are three cognitive learning theory. So first is latent learning theory by Tolman. The second is insight learning by Kohler, and third is learned helplessness by Martin Seligman.
Learned helplessness,
So
you don't
these
need
are
to
the
study
following
now.
cognitive learning theory, out of which learned helplessness has been already discussed. So click on I button to get started with learned helplessness. So today we'll be focusing on latent learning given by Tolman. So the word latent means hidden. So
Hidden.
this
Latent means
learning
hidden.
is hidden. In latent learning, knowledge is only visible or apparent or observable when reinforced by a certain situation. It occurs daily without even conscious grasp of scenario. Latent learning takes place every day. So let's stress on the origin of latent learning, the maze experiment. in which there were three groups of rats. So, the first group, in which food was used as reinforcement for finding its way out of maze, and they were placed again and again in maze until without any error, rat was able to solve maze. And every time after completing, food was given to them. So, in the first group, reinforcement was provided. Now, the second group was
Okay, there were three groups of rats and they were put inside a maze. You know what a maze is? Maze, yeah? Just like a puzzle, you have a maze. So there were three groups of rats. The first group was rewarded when they complete the maze and they come out of the maze. Okay, they were rewarded in the form of food. They were provided reinforcement for completing the maze correctly. Understood. The second group, they had a delayed reward, which means for the first 10 days, they were not rewarded after coming out of the maze. Okay, first 10 days, they just came out of the maze and then the experimenter told, you're free to go. They didn't provide any food. But on the 11th day, what happened is they provided the rats, they started providing food for the rat. Okay, so first 10 days the rats just came out of the maze and then they were not given any food, but from the 11th day onwards they were provided food. Here it is given on 10th day, but it's actually 11th day, from 11th day onwards. For 10 days they were not given food, and from 11th day onwards they were given food. Okay,
treated same as first group, except they were not provided reinforcement, which was to provide food after coming out of maze. But after a few days, on the 10th day, they were provided reinforcement, the food, after coming out of maze. So remember, in first group, reinforcement was provided. In second group, delayed reinforcement was provided, which was given on 10th
delayed
day.
reinforcement for
And
second
the
group.
third group, which acted as a control group, it was not reinforced like second group and was not provided with reinforcement with food till the end of experiment. So basically,
Okay, the
it
third
was
group
not
was not at
reinforced
all
at
given
all.
reward.
First
Okay,
group rewarded every time. Second group delayed reward. Third group wasn't rewarded at all.
okay, so the first group, the reward was given each time they completed the maze. In the second group, what happened? For 10 days, they were not given food. From the 11th day onwards, they were given food, which means there was delayed reward or delayed reinforcement. Okay, and the third group, what happened? Third group completed the maze, but they were never given food. Understood? So first one they gave food. The last one they did not give food. The middle one, from after after 10 days, from 11th day onwards they were given food after completing the maze. Understood? Basic thing? Okay. Now what was observed?
So, what was observed during this experiment? The first group solved the maze after a number of trials, but the second group, after they started receiving food, the reinforcement, they did not take as long as the first group has taken.
Okay. First one, what happened? They did not know the maze. Okay. It's like I think the last week we discussed one example where Reina was kidnapped and she was taken to some abandoned place and she told that she'll find a way home. She'll go one way, then go other way. Similarly, the rat is also in the same situation. Okay. Reina doesn't remember. Thank God. Then what happened is the rat also had a similar situation. So the maze was something new to him or her. Okay. And the rat was trying to find all the ways or try to go this way, try to go that way, and finally end up in the end position, final position. And then the first group, what happened? They came out, they got food. But after so many days only, these rats learned how to get out of the maze correctly. Okay, in first group. In the second group, what happened? For 10 days, they did not get any food. Okay, the first group, they are going out after the first trial, they are going out to get the food, isn't it? They know that the food will be waiting for them. But in the second group, they did not know that the food is waiting for them. So for 10 days, they continued like this. On the 11th day onwards, when the food was provided, after that, they could easily complete the maze as compared to the first group. The first group took much more time, but the second group, they took only very less time after the 11th day as compared to the time taken previously by the first group. Okay, that was observed.
Into solve the maze, and they were able to solve the maze immediately. So it was concluded that while second group rats
This
in
is
those
just a
9
comic, don't
days,
see that.
while they were
Why didn't
wandering
I think
off
of this
without any
earlier?
food, they had learned where all correct paths and wrong paths, the blind spots were, and stored this knowledge away as mental map, which is known as cognitive map. The
Cognitive
physical
map.
layout of map, the term cognitive map was coined by
Please write down that a mental representation of one's physical environment. Term cognitive map was coined by Tolman. Okay, so what happened to the second group? They already knew the ways because they have been, they have been roaming around in the same maze for 10 days. So they already know the ways, but they did not act as if they actually knew because they did not have anything to reinforce them at the end. So they still roamed around. Okay, but after the 11th day, they understood that something is waiting for them at the end position. So from that day onwards, they started to fasten up, speed up, and then reach the end position very fast. So they have already had a cognitive map. From day one itself, they have already learned all these things, but it was hidden in them. When they were given some food, they started to exhibit these their hidden talents or their hidden things in their mind, in their cognitive map. Cognitive map means a mental representation of one's physical environment. That means the rats had a cognitive map about the maze, about the curves, about the twists, and about the turns of the maze. Understood? Which they have already kept feeding inside their mind, inside their cognitive processes. So this is about insight learning. The latent learning.
Now, if you are wondering how the experimenters came to know latent learning is taking place, then here's what they had done. So basically, investigators blocked usual route and rats had to redirect and took the shortest route to claim reward at the other end. To do this, they soaked knowledge about rest of the maze without reinforcement. So this is how they were able to observe that latent learning is taking place. Lastly, the question is why? Why did Tolman think of this? This is because Tolman didn't accept the stimulus response theory. He believed that reinforcement is not.
Okay, so Tolman was not interested in the stimulus response thing, just like the classical conditioning or operant conditioning. He was not interested in all that. And why? Did you understand what she told? Why did this actually, why did the investigators come to know that this is latent learning? Did you understand that part? No. Yeah, I'll explain once more. What happened is they started to block certain areas of the maze. For the second group, what happened is they started to block certain areas, but they knew the routes, they knew all the shortcuts in that, and they took the shortcuts and reached the end position. That's how the experimenters came to know that they have already learned all these things and they have it in their cognitive map. If they were humans, then we could go and ask, how did you do this, how did you actually complete, but can they actually go and ask to the rat? No. So they did a trick. They closed or blocked many ways of the maze, inside the maze, and then these rats took many shortcuts, which means they have already something in their cognitive map. They know all the locations, all the twists, turns, left and right of the maze that they have been roaming around for 10 days. Understood? So similarly, imagine you don't know to drive. Okay, you don't know to drive the car, but each day your mom or dad takes you to the school in a car. Now one day an emergency comes, your parents fainted, and you have to drive. Imagine that is a situation. You have to drive. So you have seen all these things, but you have never tried doing this. Okay. Imagine you have never tried driving, but in that particular emergency situation, you have already seen them do this, do that. You have seen many videos, and then you have something in your mind, and also you have something in your cognitive map. You know the representations of the place. Okay, you know that after this shop there is a turning, after this particular cafe there is a big board, and after that you have to turn right to go to the hospital, you have to turn left. You know all these representations because you have been seeing this daily, on a daily basis. But when an emergency comes, of course you will take the wheels, isn't it? And then even if it's small mistakes, you'll try to reach there with all those twists and turns, isn't it? That is also a form of latent learning. Now let's read it and finish it up. Aishwarya, can you read? Latent learning.
Latent learning. Another type of cognitive learning is known as latent learning. In latent learning, a new behavior is learned but not
Mark
demonstrated,
that sentence.
until reinforcement is provided for displaying it.
Yeah.
Tolman made an early contribution to the concept of latent learning. To have an idea of latent learning, we may briefly understand his experiment. Tolman put two groups of rats in a maze and gave them an opportunity to explore. In one group, rats found food at the end of the maze and soon learned to make their way rapidly through the maze. On the other hand, rats in the second group were not rewarded and showed no apparent signs of learning. But later, when these rats were reinforced, they ran through the maze as efficiently as the rewarded group. Tolman contended that the unrewarded rats had learned the layout of the maze early in their explorations.
Okay.
They just never
Continue.
displayed their latent learning until the reinforcement was provided. Instead, the rats developed a cognitive map of the maze, that is, a mental representation of the spatial locations and directions which they needed to reach their goal.
Okay. Underline what is cognitive map and mark that. Okay. Any doubt in insight and latent learning? Ashish, Reina, Amal, Elvina, Meghna, Aishwarya, any doubt? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
Okay, when you study, you will eventually have doubts, no problem. Then, yeah, do you have any assignments to complete tomorrow? Yes.
Yes.
Which one? Elvina is in darkness. Yes. Which one, Ashish?
Computer.
Computer. Too much? Yeah. Shall we revise our chapter? That is chapter 3 for the exam. Monday onwards, exams are starting. No. Shall we revise? Half of the portion learn and come tomorrow. Oral test. Will you do that? Or should I reduce the topic from half to 1/4? Up to you. I just want you to study. That's why I'm asking. What do you want? Elvina is searching. You also search and see how much do you want. It's up to you. You can decide what portion to learn. Till page number 50. Can we do that? Synapse, the structure of synapse, somatic nervous system, central nervous system. I have repeated too many times. You just revise. It will be latent. Don't worry. If you revise, you will get it. Can we? Can you study and come? Yes or no? Don't smile at me. Yes or no? No. Is it a no? Silence means yes. Tell me. Tell me, do you want to reduce the topic? Somehow we have to revise something tomorrow. So decide which portion you want. Decide and tell me by 6:30. Hmm? No, I'll leave you now. Don't worry. Okay, can you do that? Okay, then leave. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.